One of the things I hear people sharing a lot during their deconstruction goes something like this. They'll say, everybody believes they're right. So how can we possibly say that one view is right and another is wrong? I mean, everybody has different experiences and interprets things differently. Everybody says that they have evidence, they have good reasons. So, I mean, everyone essentially just believes what they want to believe. And the idea behind this type of thinking is subjective personal experience. It's the idea that my personal experiences should be allowed to determine what is true. And your personal experiences are all you need to determine what is true for you. That's why in our culture we call this my truth. I'm going to speak my truth. I'm glad you found your truth. This idea is so appealing because it allows us to believe that all views, all religions, all spiritual belief systems and cultures are equal, which is super politically correct and helps us avoid conflicting beliefs with our culture because we get to say, everybody's right. Everybody's right. The problem is that this idea is total nonsense. Again, stick with me if you're offended. And the fact that this idea is total nonsense becomes obvious when you compare the search for existential truth to the search for truth in a criminal trial. In a criminal trial, there's a prosecution and there's a defense. And there's a trial that takes place where the evidence for both sides is weighed. And then a verdict is reached by a judge who judges what was presented. And the same approach should be taken with philosophical truth. We all understand that it would not be a sound legal strategy to stand up at the beginning of a trial and say, this trial is a sham, because who are you to say what I did is wrong? It was right to me. And who are you to even say that it happened? You have your perspective, I have mine. We both have different views, we both have different feelings from our different perspectives, and they're both equally valid, so they're both true. I can be guilty and not guilty at the same time, so nothing should really happen to me. Now, we all know what would happen. The judge would bang his gavel, he'd tell you to shut up, and explain that the evidence will be examined and the truth will be determined based upon the evidence because both sides cannot be simultaneously telling the truth. Right? That's what would happen in a criminal trial. Hear me on this. The claims of the world's religions are not mutually compatible. Specifically, the claims of Christianity are not compatible with any other religion or belief system. They cannot both be true at the same time. And so what do we need to do? The same thing we do in a criminal case. Weigh the evidence from both sides, judge it, and reach a verdict based on the evidence. So this whole idea that we can't know because everyone believes what they believe is true, this is nonsense. It does not mean that we cannot evaluate the evidence. That's exactly what we should do.